What's up? It's Tice, and if you're struggling to hit $10,000 in profit a month with phone flipping, then this video is specifically for you. If you have no clue who I am, my name is Tice, and I've scaled my phone flipping business past $20,000 profit in a single month, and I've also helped multiple other people scale past $10,000 a month with their phone flipping business. I've helped people get to 12K a month, 18K a month, 15K a month. I've helped someone this last month get to $30,000 profit in a month, so I know what your problems are, and in this video I'll discuss the problems that are holding you back from hitting that 10K profit mark, because I've seen it plenty of times. I've helped multiple people get there that were not there before, either at 0 or 1K a month or 5K a month or 6K a month. The point is that I know what's holding you back from hitting that 10K profit mark, so I'm gonna just walk you through exactly what's holding you back and how to fix it. And I'm just gonna keep it fully transparent with you in this video on how you could actually hit that number. And I can tell you right now, it's not sending 50 messages a day on Facebook Marketplace. It's not overseas buyers. It's not auctions. It's not any bullshit like that a bunch of people are spewing here on YouTube. So I'm just going to keep it fully transparent. And in this video, I will show you exactly what is stopping you from making $10,000 a month with phone flipping. So I'm going to treat you like you are one of my clients that I'm coaching that is just hopping into my program. Because this is exactly how it works. If you hop on a call with me and you're not making $10,000 a month and your goal is $10,000 a month, I'm going to evaluate what you're currently doing right now and most likely take away everything you're doing right now and completely revamp your whole entire system. So the number one thing is you have a system problem. So your system of phone flipping is not right. So what I mean by that is your sourcing and your selling. That's basically the whole entire, obviously there's little things within sourcing and selling phones. But overall, those are the two biggest pillars in this business, is the way you source your phones and the way you sell your phones. Now, if you have no clue, that is your main problem. If you're not hitting $10,000 of profit a month, that is your main problem, is your sourcing system and your selling system. And if you just fix that and you stick with that, you'll make $10,000 a month, I promise you. I've seen it over and over and over again. I know how it works. So you have a system problem. That's the first thing you need to be aware of. You don't need overseas buyers. You don't need auctions. You don't need to send a million messages a day on Facebook Marketplace. You don't need whatever all this other bullshit people are telling you. You just need to fix your system. And that's that right there. If you fix it and you do the right things, it's going to get you to $10,000 a month. So what actually is your system? What actually is the system that's going to get you to $10,000 a month? So most people that I hop on calls with that are not at $10,000 a month, they have these problems, or not problems. They have these systems in place that they don't even know is a problem, which that's what's holding you back from getting to $10,000 a month, is your system that you're currently doing right now. It's going to cost you your system to get to $10,000 a month, right? Just like, what does it say? It costs you your old life to, I forget the quote. It's going to cost you your old life to live your new life, or something like that. To live the life you want to live, it's going to cost you your old life. So it's like the same thing in business. To get the goal to hit $10,000 a month with phone flipping, it's going to cost you what you're doing right now. Whatever the fuck it is. Some of you guys might understand what I'm saying. So, but anyway, to get the new life that you want, it's going to cost you your old life. So same thing with phone flipping. To get the new business you want, it's going to cost you your old business, right? So it's going to cost you the system. You're going to have to change absolutely everything. So again, back to what I was saying, normally when I hop on calls with people that are not at $10,000 a month with phone flipping and they want to take it very seriously and get to $10,000 a month with phone flipping, normally the first thing I'll dive into is their sourcing system. This is probably the biggest thing. A lot of these people are either just doing cold outreach on Facebook Marketplace. That's a problem. You're not going to get to $10,000 a month just doing cold outreach on Facebook Marketplace. So that's one thing. If you're doing that, that's not going to get you to $10,000 a month. So that's a problem right there. And the next thing that I see a big problem within somebody's system who's not at $10,000 a month is that they're running Facebook ads the wrong way. So this can mean plenty of different things when you're running Facebook ads the wrong way. A lot of people are just running normal generic picture ads that they bought from someone's course. I've also done that, and I know it doesn't get you to $10,000 a month. It's oversaturated. Everyone is running the same types of picture ads, and they just don't work the right way, attract the right people, and everything like that. So that's the whole kind of sourcing system right there. That is the wrong way to do it. That's not going to get you to $10,000 a month. So the people who are running Facebook ads the wrong way and just doing cold outreach to source their phones, those are two things you need to fix if you want to make $10,000 a month phone flipping. Your sourcing system, you need to fix that. So the way to fix that is just by running, obviously, different ads that stand out, that attract higher quality leads and everything like that, which if you want to work with me one-on-one, I'll help you implement those ads into your phone flipping business. You could click the first link in the description, you can book a call with me, and I'll help you out. Because I'm not going to share it obviously on here because everyone would be doing it, but that's what works. So revamping your whole entire sourcing system is step number one. Eliminate cold outreach, eliminate your shitty Facebook ad that's not working. So those are the two things that are probably holding you back the most, is your sourcing system. And those are the two things that I see people doing the wrong way. Mostly when I hop on calls, is either they're only sourcing their phones through Facebook Marketplace, or they're only sourcing their phones through shitty generic picture ads, which don't work very well anymore. Don't get me wrong, they probably will work. You probably will get some leads, but not to the point where it's going to get you to $10,000 in profit a month strictly from that. Whereas if you have the right ads in place, you could get to $10,000 a month strictly from those ads. I've seen it before. I've done it for other people. And if you don't know how to run these ads, don't run these yourself. Like, get someone to help you. So if you do want help, again, you could click the first link in the description. I'll help you out. So, but I wouldn't recommend running them on your own. I recommend running them from someone who actually knows what they're doing already. So that's that. Those are the first two things, is really your sourcing system. And the next thing is your selling system. And really all it is just wholesale buyers. Just having a good, solid wholesale buyer that's there to buy your phone, has good prices, buys every single phone on the market, pays quick, everything like that. I personally, a lot of people say like Atlas Mobile. I don't use Atlas Mobile. I don't recommend Atlas Mobile because they take a long time to pay. But for pricing wise, Atlas Mobile, they have good prices. Like any normal buyer that you come across, they're going to have like the same prices as Atlas Mobile. Just everything should be a lot better, right? Like your payout time, which Atlas Mobile is really bad with. They pay you out a lot longer. So that time is really everything, especially if you're not working with a bunch of capital. You really need to fix your system, because if you're not working with a lot of capital, you need a better buyer that's going to pay you quicker. So yeah, overall Atlas Mobile's pricing is pretty good. Like, that's what you're going to find a normal buyer's pricing for, but you just want it to be quicker, and you want to build a relationship with a buyer, because eventually, months down the line, you'll start getting, paid before you even ship the phones, and you'll start getting lower deductions, and there's certain things that when you build a relationship with a private buyer, you get a little bit more benefits. So yeah, you want your buyer to buy everything on the market. You want, so like used, cracked, new, finance, blacklisted, every single thing, iPads, Apple Watches, MacBooks, everything. And you want them to pay you out quick, and you don't want their deductions to be absolutely crazy. So overall, it really, if you're selling phones on Facebook Marketplace or eBay or OfferUp or Swappa or Kijiji, anything, I would eliminate that. Now, again, this is how I personally hit $10,000 a month. And if you're not there, then like probably do what I'm saying. Because I've personally hit $10,000 a month, and way beyond that. And I've also helped multiple other people hit $10,000 a month. And beyond that, I've helped people hit 15, 12, 13, 15, I already said that, 18, $30,000 a month, $20,000 a month in profit with their phone flipping business. So if you're not there, just listen to me. I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done before. The way that I got those people and helped those people get beyond $10,000 a month is exactly what I'm telling you. Exactly what I'm telling you. They just had my personal help to do it. but I'm telling you literally how I helped them get there. It's really just those two things. So back to what I was saying at the start, when I first hop on a call with someone who's joining my program, that is what I set them up on. I eliminate everything else that they're doing in their current business, and it's really just ads, Facebook paid ads to source your phones, and I hook you up with my private buyer to sell your phones to, and let that run. Obviously, there's little tiny things that you implement within that to get like repeat customers, referrals, reviews, those tiny little things, and a couple more, and obviously your negotiation process. But those little things in between that. But overall, that is everything that I kind of teach them to do on the first call. Eliminate outreach, stop doing outreach, stop selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace, stop doing all this little bullshit and spreading yourself thin through all this other advice you've seen on YouTube. Do this, do that, boom. That'll get you to $10,000 a month right there. It's just by revamping your whole system and simply ads to source your phones and a wholesale buyer to sell your phones to. And that's what I do to help these people hit $10,000 a month in profit, is just revamping their whole entire system of sourcing, negotiating, selling, and little things in between that. So what you need to do is, a lot of people, that's what you need to do, but I see a lot of people get sidetracked with all these distractions, and I'm telling you, that's all you need. You don't need anything else. I see so many people getting distracted and they hear a new thing or whatever, and they start to try that, like maybe auctions, or maybe it could be something they saw on YouTube, or maybe it could be an overseas buyer, just all these little distractions of a bunch of different things. Like if you're not at $10,000 a month, get to $10,000 a month first, and then you could start to explore certain things. But it's the system to get to $10,000 a month is super, super simple, and I just explained it to you. So don't spread yourself thin across all these other distractions and all these other things that people are telling you to do, because they're in a totally different position than you are. So yeah, I hop on calls. I'm only saying that because I hop on calls with so many people that are only doing a couple thousand a month, and they watch a bunch of different YouTube videos, and they have like 10 different strategies in place. Like they have a bunch of different things that they're doing. They have a million different things they're doing to source phones. They have a million different ways they're selling their phones. At the same time, they're looking for overseas buyers. At the same time, they're setting up accounts for auctions. At the same time, they're just doing a whole bunch of bullshit that you don't need to do. So eliminate all distractions, and it's really just that simple. Like the system to get to 10K a month is that simple. It's just the basic bare shit. Just doing it the right way. It's the basic fundamentals. There's no need to overcomplicate phone flipping. There's no need to overcomplicate it at all. So is you need to eliminate distractions, and you need to treat this. Another thing is that if you treat this like a side hustle, it will remain a side hustle. If you treat phone flipping like a side hustle, it'll be your little side hustle that's making a couple thousand a month, right? What I mean by if you're treating it like a side hustle, I mean like you're buying your phones on Facebook Marketplace, you're doing outreach whenever you kind of feel like it, you're selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace, just listing them. Like if that's treating it as a side hustle, that's not treating it like a real business. If you were to treat it like a real business, you'd start investing more in yourself and like buy access to information from someone who already knows what they're doing. And yes, I mean me, I know what I'm doing. But so that's the first. I mean, whenever I get into a different business venture, I invest in a mentor that's already there to teach me what they're doing. So yeah, like back to the point, if you treat it like a business, it will become a business. And when you look at any business, the main thing is a lot of it is marketing. So when you're doing outreach on Facebook Marketplace, that's not marketing. That's not called marketing. That's just outreach, right? There's no marketing in your business. So that's a side hustle, obviously. So you're treating it like a side hustle, and you're wondering why you're not making business money. If you want to make business money, you have to treat it like a business. Businesses run paid ads. Businesses post organic content. So overall, if you treat it like a side hustle, it's going to remain a side hustle. If you treat it like a business, it's going to become a business. So it's all up to your goals. Some people do just want a side hustle, but some people don't. And I hop on calls to a lot of people who want business money, but are treating it like a side hustle. So you need to revamp everything right there, right? Obviously, like I just said, businesses are 80%, it's 80% marketing. 85% of the business is marketing. So that's that, right? That's a big point I want to make clearly. And this could mean a bunch of different things to you personally. I'm going to say it again. If you treat this like a side hustle, it's going to remain a side hustle. All right, let that sink in real quick. So those are kind of a couple different points that I just went over. And so overall, that is step number one, is you have a system problem. You need to fix your system. Without you fixing your system, nothing else is going to work. You're not going to make $10,000 a month if you don't fix your system. That is number one. The next thing I want to say is that the other reason why you're not at $10,000 a month yet, if you do have the right system in place, which there's very, very few of you guys who do have the right system in place. But if you do have the right system in place, like I just explained, the reason you're not at $10,000 a month yet is just because you haven't stuck with it long enough. That's really the only reason. So it's just a matter of time until you hit that $10,000 a month marker. If you're starting from complete scratch, I can almost guarantee you're not really going to hit $10,000 profit your first ever month phone flipping. There is a learning curve. Normally when I start to work with people, their first month is really just a learning phase. And as long as you kind of complete that learning phase the right way, you're still going to make profit. It's not like you're going to lose money in your first month. Like plenty of people that I start working with from scratch, like bare beginner, never even flipped the phone, doesn't even really know how the business works. Bare beginner, their first month, normally they'll make around $1,500 to $2,000 in profit, depending on how much capital they start up with. But I've even had people hit $4K, $5K, $6K a month in profit their first ever month. But it really just is a learning phase, that first month. But from there, obviously you'll go up and up and up in the amount of money, the amount of profit that you're doing, because you kind of know what you're doing after the first month. And it's just $10,000 a month. It just comes with time in the game. You know, I've had people, capital and so the amount of capital you're starting with and the area that you're in does have a role to play with it. But even then, the more months you're in the game, the more capital you build up and the more of a reputation and a name yourself you build up in your small town. So it's really just a matter of time to get to that goal that you're looking for. For example, for some people that are starting with a couple thousand and they're in a really good area, those are the outliers that I see that are hitting 10K profit within their second or third or fourth month. And then the people that are not outliers and they're just that are normal, that are starting with a little bit lower startup capital, maybe $2,000 in startup capital, and maybe they're not in a really good area. For those types of people, it'll take around 5, 6, 7 months to get to $10,000 of profit a month. But the point is that you'll get there. It just takes a little bit more time, depending on certain variables. So if you have the right system in place, it's really just a matter of time before you get to there, because you'll build up a reputation, you'll build up buyers in your local area, you'll build up suppliers in your local area. So there's a lot of different things that come with time in the game, which a lot of people have a hard time understanding. But like I said, if you have the right system in place, it's just a matter of time before you hit that $10,000 profit month marker. I promise you. I've worked with people with low capital in shitty areas, and they still hit $10,000 in profit a month because it's just time in the game. That's all it takes, is really time in the game. And obviously the outliers, like the people that have made $10,000 their first ever month, not first ever month phone flipping, but first ever month with the system. They're in better areas and they've already gone through that learning curve because they've already been phone flipping for a couple months because, they've already been phone flipping for a couple months. There's no reason. They've been phone flipping for a couple months. So they already know what they're doing. So there's not a learning phase. And so I'm talking about people that have already been phone flipping and then have joined me. A lot of those people who get on the right system hit $10,000 in profit a month very quickly because they already know what they're doing. They know how phone flipping works. And some of those people are in good areas, so a little bit more popular areas. And some of those people are flipping with tens of thousands of dollars in capital. So obviously, you're going to hit that very quick. So those are really all the points that I wanted to make. If I hope this video provided some value to you. And if you guys want help implementing any of this, you could book a call using the first link in the description. I'll help you out. Like I said, I've helped multiple people scale past $10,000 a month. I've helped people start from scratch, and I've helped people who are stuck at whatever, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K. I've helped them get to 10,000. I've even helped a dude who was stuck at 12K get to 18K. So I've helped just about everybody. I know what I'm doing when it comes to phone flipping specifically. So if you want help implementing anything, if you want help with phone flipping in general, book a call with me. And if we're a good fit to work together, then I'll help you out and give you the whole entire system. So that's that. I'll see you boys later.